Hello everybody, today is Monday, September 9th. It's 4:05 p.m. and I have a video from Jim, and I just wanted to comment before I show Jim's video. This is one of the best examples of the Autotrader trading live that we've seen so far. It's a beautiful example. Jim is, actually maturing in his trading as he continues to do this. It's a really good example of the patience that is required in trading. Making a strong profit requires patience, and the Autotrader allows you to have that patience because you don't need to be watching every tick. You set your targets, you set your daily goal, and the Autotrader does the rest, including the entries and the trailings of the stops and so forth. But a good trade often may unfold over several hours, and it may go back and forth, and it takes tremendous patience to watch it and sit on your hands, not do anything. So this is just a really excellent video. It's a great example. A 3-contract set, exiting at 3 different profit targets. It's just a beautiful thing. And there's just so much to learn from watching these videos. I hope you all get something out of it. Enjoy today's video. It's one of the better ones.
All right, Monday, September 9th, I believe, right? Yeah, 9th. Came home a bit earlier today. Doesn't look like I missed much. Looks like we're again in a very tight range here. At this point, all I know is if they are not able to break above 78, 87 and stay above it, I don't just mean spike it and retreat. I mean, if they are not able to stay above 78, 87, we should easily test these lows of around 45 and lower. So actually what I'm thinking here is short. Now, again, I understand it might be against the trend, but looking at the higher time frames, it is clear we are constantly being rejected of that 78, 87 levels. Even if we spike it, just not able to sustain it, and prices retreat. So at this point, I'm going to let the Autotrader, if indeed the volatility stop is broken and we go bearish, I will take a short. Let me just show you some targets here. So I'm going for 1200 on this one because I think another failure in that area could result in much lower prices. So going for 1200, maybe on 3 contracts. Let's make it on 3 contracts. So maybe 50, maybe 80, and then maybe 200. All right, so that looks about right. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 3 contracts. So that probably means I will have to raise my stop loss. Let's make it 1,000. Okay, so let's do this. So that's my idea. Now, of course, if they're just going to keep on going, a volatility stop is not broken, no short will take place. And definitely, if we start breaking above 87, even getting close to 87, I will at least temporarily disable the short until I see if indeed 78, 87, 86 there, that zone still provides resistance, because they might just go through it. Late last week, I was definitely extremely bullish, and I thought we should easily break into 7,900, but it just did not happen. So my understanding of the way markets work, if they are not able to break the high, they're going to try and break the low. And that's why at this point right now, I am bearish until they can show me that they can break, is our short, they can break 87 and stay above it. So our targets are, okay, so right below 60, which is fine, nice and good. I like the second target as well. It's still above the low of the day. And of course, the last target is way down at 20. Not out of the question, though. Very possible if we do have a failure here, they could just take it all the way down there. Did I show you turn sales? Let me just, where is it? Somehow I don't see it. I see it here. That's strange. Okay, well, let me show you the computer clock at least. Don't know what happened to that. I think it's on maybe a different monitor. Sorry. I'll show it later on. Earlier this morning when I left, this is the same chart. In trouble. Oh, sorry guys, having some technical issues this morning here. Let me drag this over. So this is almost the same template that I showed on what was it, Friday, I think, maybe Thursday or Friday of last week, with one exception. In this one I actually raised the sensitivity level of the step MA, and that's because, so it was 4 last week, the sensitivity was 4 and I raised it to 5. Why? Because of the compressed range. I'm going to try, from my experience, and this is my opinion now, if the volatility is great and we have very big swings, we don't need a very large sensitivity to be profitable. However, when things compress, when market becomes range bound and swings are getting smaller and smaller, lower sensitivity could result in just getting chopped up and getting stopped out for the day. So that's why I raised the sensitivity of this step MA, and step MA with option 2 means that the auto trader will only take shorts below the step MA line or longs above the step MA line. So actually what happened was, it looks like on the first trade I took first profit. I took profit on the first half, got stopped out on the second half. Then looks like I got stopped out. Yeah, the auto trader tried to take a long above the step MA, and this one resulted in a stop out. But then a beautiful short, 1 and 2, and the daily target was hit. Looks like again I got positive slippage. Is it 5 or 550? No, it's 500. So I did get positive slippage on this one here. So the high sensitivity paid off, except again I still got a bit of a chop over here where the other trader took a long according to the rules, because precision trend was bullish and price was above the step MA line, but it just didn't work out. But it's all right. Then it turned around and took the short. You know, again, the benefit of trading with the auto trader is that it has no emotions or regret or hesitation. You know, being on my own, after taking a loss here, would I try and take a short? But there was no fear involved when trading with the auto trader. It took a trade according to the rules, and here you go, profit target met. So I'm sure I'm going to have to put the recording on pause here because things have been extremely slow, and we'll see if this is rejected. We could easily hit all 3 targets, even though the last target is all the way down here. It's very possible before the end of the day it will get hit. So yeah, we are selling off hard here all of a sudden after going sideways. Just restarting the recording. Let's see if we can hit the first target, and that's at 59 and a quarter. It's possible that all of a sudden they're going to slow down. I mean, this is just a kind of a range bound day. They go back and forth, so they kind of shut down, but now it's possible they're going to consolidate a bit. I still believe the constant rejection of 78.87 should lead to lower numbers, because I believe if they cannot break the high, they're going to try and break the low. And the low for today so far is right over here, right around 45. So I'll leave it on for a couple of minutes just to see if they're going to do another leg down. Looking to the left, where there might be some very minor support. We'll definitely here, right by the target, there's a minor support again over here. But these are all very, very minor. I mean, because we are so tight in our range, these don't really mean that much. Now, the daily low will, this 45, that 45 could act as a support, and of course our third target is all the way back down there at 21 and a quarter. All right, so they're retracing back. Maybe I'll put the video on pause once again. Just give it a minute. Yeah, well, after a very quick move, now they're slowing down again. This has been the theme now for, what, 2 or 3 days? Okay, they're trying another leg down. Let them go right through 60. Alright, so maybe not. I don't want to drag this video to be too long with nothing happening. I don't think they're ready yet. I kind of get the feeling as soon as I put the video on pause, they're gonna hit that first target. I apologize if this video will end up being too long. Just, I guess I don't want to miss key points. Alright, I'm going to pause it. Well, of course, stepped away to make some lunch. First target hit. And now, of course, they're retracing a bit again. But yeah, now I really don't see how they get out of retesting the daily low at 45. And our second target is at 51 and a quarter. So they might take their time, but I don't think at this point they can get out of doing that. So once again, I'm gonna put the recording on pause and hopefully restart it right before they hit the second target. Okay, racing towards second target. Don't slow down now, just because I started the recording. Let's hit second target. He just began to move fast, so I didn't want to miss hitting the second target, so I restarted the recording. And any kind of a normal day, it would just be one continuous action. I'm in this trade for what now, over an hour. Coming close. 51 and a quarter is what we need. 2 points away. Now I don't know if I have a break even in this. No, break even is false. But I think what I'll do, if and when, oh, here we go. Second target hits. What I'm gonna do now is I will put my stop at break even on the last contract, and that's because once we hit the 45, I mentioned before the low for today was 45. It is very possible that they will bounce of it and then try for the 78.87, although at this point I do think it's unlikely, but stranger things have happened. I don't want to give back that much, so 644 after commissions, this would be the worst for today if they bounce all the way higher. Beyond the 45, if I'm not mistaken, the next area is like 38, 78, 38, I believe. 38 down to 36. and I think it's the only thing that's between us and the third target here at around 20. So I'll just let this play out. 45 is not far, and it would be interesting to see what they're gonna do at 45. Breaking the 45 is not really crucial, doesn't really mean that much. Obviously, it's today's low, it does have some significance, but I'm much more interested in that 38 area. Because if they break 38 decisively, then that 20 becomes very possible. So we shall see. Okay, I'm gonna put the recording on pause. So a sharp move lower and got filled on a final target. I completely miscalculated. There was no reason. I don't know why I was thinking I needed to get all the way down to 20. I got taken out here at 42 and a quarter. Upon that test of 45 wasn't even the 45, the day low was not even much of a support. 38 was slightly, but it didn't even matter. They just they got to 42 and took me out. Very sharp move, took me out with positive slippage. So again, the target for today was 1200 with a loss of 1000. Didn't even come near that. And I finally found I finally found the time in sales. It was on a different monitor and computer clock. This is real time. Yeah, so as I really was thinking, the constant rejection of 78.87 just had to mean a sell-off, at least temporary one. This does not mean that the bull market is over. But at least temporarily, it does mean that those higher prices provide a major resistance area. And that's why it's important to really watch the market and see how they react to different numbers. Now, 38 is an important number, and they kind of spiked it to the low side, but then trading right around it now. I am definitely done trading for today. Met my target, and I'm very happy. Great way to start the week. I will see you guys tomorrow.